Hola friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a beautiful day from wherever you are tuning in today. As always, today we were supposed to go to the beach with some friends of ours from Vallarta, but there is a hurricane just off the coast, I guess. Got a little bit rained out of our plans, so I thought I would just explain to you guys today our cloth diaper system. Had a handful of moms reach out in the past. I am no means an expert in cloth diapering, but I have been around the block 3 times now. I have been cloth diapering since 2015. Through the different places we lived and lifestyles we've had, we have learned to adapt our cloth diapering system and our routine to what fits our life best. So that's really just what I'm doing today, sharing what we do, what works for us, and hopefully you guys can find a routine that works for you as well. Alright, let's go. I'll be right back. Okay, let's do some diapers. So to start off, I put the soap and the fabric softener into the washing machine. We are currently using a top load washer. We've used front loads, we've used our semi-automatic apartment sized washing machine. I've hand washed diapers. This is just what we're using here because it's what's available at our Airbnb. With the top loads, you just stick the soap and the fabric softener in first, get the water going, and then start to stick your diapers in. So as of right now, we are using a 7th generation sensitive skin. Honestly, I am not too picky as long as it's a natural alternative and safe for baby skin. I'm not too picky on being consistent with the brands, mostly because we have moved around and just had to make do with what we could find and what was available. It's not really at the top of my priorities to have a specific brand every single time I do diaper laundry. That being said, I do believe there are some detergents out there that can actually eat away at your diapers, so that's something you'd want to check into as far as what soap you're going to use. Just put a capful. And then I do add fabric softener in as well. This is the Melaleuca brand that we started using a couple months ago. We use this on all of our clothes because we hang dry all of our laundry. I've noticed that it gets kind of like crisp or crusty if you leave it outside for too long. It just comes with air drying your laundry, and I really don't mind it, but it is nice, especially for the towels and for the diapers, to have a fabric softener. So I do use this one. I haven't noticed any issues with this fabric softener in the diapers or on his skin, but this is what we use. So I'm gonna put just half a cup of that in there. We are going to turn on the water. Not to show you any of the nasties, newborn poop is pretty harmless. At this stage, I honestly don't even rinse out the newborn poop diapers just because the consistency of it literally just dissolves into the water and is washed away down the drain anyway. So I don't rinse them out until they start eating solid foods. Also, I chose to share our cloth diapering system with you guys at this stage because it's a little less gross. So depending what kind of cloth diapers you're using, you just take them apart. So ours, I always close the tabs after I change them, stick the wipes in there, and then you just open it up. I drop the wipes in there. There's a little insert in the back pocket, and I just separate the liner from the shell. From there, I just stick the whole wet bag in, turn it upside down, stick it on the wash, and it's good to go. Close the lid, and then it washes. Alrighty, so while the diapers are in the wash, I just want to have the conversation about the pros and the cons of cloth diapering. Okay, let's start with some of the cons. We'll get the bad news out of the way. The biggest downsides to cloth diapering is the most obvious, and that would be dealing with poop. In the newborn stage, it really isn't that big of an issue, but when you start feeding your little one solids, it can get a little disgusting. But honestly, it kind of comes with the territory of motherhood. I'm sure you're going to touch a lot of gross things in the time of your little ones being little. Another factor that some families may choose disposable diapers over the cloth option is the cost and the investment. Initially, the upfront cost is definitely more. You completely understand that not everybody is in the economic position to invest in cloth diapering. I did get my mom to send me a giant box full of diapers a couple months ago from Canada to Mexico because I do know how much of an investment it was, and even the $100 that it was to pay in shipping to get the box down here still doesn't even come close to either reinvesting in a whole new stash or taking the disposable option. Fun fact, these diapers that Rio is using have been through 5 babies. They are still in almost perfect condition. We covered the grossness of it, we covered the initial cost and upfront investment. What about the diapers themselves? I have heard that they are less absorbent than some of the disposable options. You can stick a double liner in there. We used to do that with Luna at nighttime so that when she slept all the way through the night, she didn't wake up soaking wet. They are a little bit more bulky, like cloth bums. So sometimes pants don't fit over their diapers. I honestly don't think we've put pants on him in the last couple of weeks since we've been living in Vallarta. It's just so hot. So that really doesn't affect us, but I know some of those really cute baby clothes just don't fit over the cloth diapers. And the last downside we're going to talk about is the increase in your water and or electricity bill. The water bill, once the girls were out of diapers, I noticed it went down $5 maybe. If you're the kind of person who runs a sprinkler on your lawn in the summer or washes your car on the driveway, the amount of water you use in those summer activities is honestly nothing compared to an extra load of laundry to wash your diapers every 2 or 3 days. So let's bounce over to the pros of cloth diapering. Number 1, less waste. One of the biggest factors that I started cloth diapering was when I was in the transitioning phase of my perspectives of earth-conscious habits and eco-friendly alternatives. So cloth diapering was one of the main things that I had my heart set on when I was entering motherhood. The amount of water that is used to wash reusable diapers compared to the amount of water used in the manufacturing process, then comparable, like droplets in the ocean kind of thing. The manufacturing process uses a ton of water, a ton of electricity, a ton of packaging and extra waste that we just really don't need to be putting into landfills and filling our Mother Earth with. I'm going to find the exact statistic and stick it somewhere over here. Let you guys know how many diapers a year end up in the landfill. The second point I have here for the pros of cloth diapering is the cost. Now I did touch on this with the cons. Because it is an initial investment, that upfront cost is something that isn't always available to everybody. In the long run, you are going to be thanking yourself. Do something that your future self will thank you for. Make the investment. There are options. It's not like one cloth diaper costs $25 a diaper and that's your only choice. That was not in my budget at the time. I want to share quickly my experience with getting started with cloth diapers. I was 19 years old, expecting my first baby, and I had my heart set on cloth diapering. I looked around to see my other options, I read the reviews, asked other mamas and friends that had cloth diapering experience. I found a website called theloveyourbaby.com. I will link the website down in the description below. And they carry the Kawaii brand cloth diapers. We tried out the pocket style diapers to start off our cloth diaper journey with, and they have just been amazing ever since. So that's what we stuck with. Our grand total for cloth diapering all 3 of our children is under $800 Canadian. A while back, I wish I had saved the source to credit them, but that you can spend between $2,000 and $3,000
$1,000
per child in their diaper wearing lifespan. That's like $6,000 for my kids just to wear diapers. And the more babies you have, the more money you have to spend on these disposable options. Then last but not least, definitely not least, one thing that I had absolutely no idea about, the things that are used in manufacturing disposable diapers can actually cause harm to your little one. Now, I don't know if these companies have intentions to harm your baby. I would really hope not. But even so, the things they use, like perfumes, for example, are supposed to mask the smell of a dirty diaper, but in turn can cause really awful diaper rashes. I've come across a ton of posts on Facebook mom groups reaching out for help, how to find relief for their little ones' insanely painful diaper rash that just won't go away. There's one point that does kind of tie in with diaper rashes and caring for your cloth diapers, that you have to do something called stripping your diapers. And I've heard so many different opinions on the best time to do this, when to do this, how to do this. So if there's any bacteria or soap residue or stain or whatever it may be, it really just deep cleans that out of there. He really wants out of this thing, but he's still sleeping. Are you gonna wake up? So you can actually buy the stripping pods. My friend who I rebought my diapers off of stripped the diapers for me. Bless her heart, thank you, Kiara. You just stick them in the wash and it does the strip for you. You can also do a vinegar wash, and that's what I did with the girls. I want to say somebody suggested a bleach wash. We don't use bleach in our house, so I would definitely like triple check on that before taking my word that that's an option. So again, that's just to make sure you get a nice deep clean on top of your regular washing. A little bit of a humble brag. Besides the first 3 days that Luna was in the hospital after our C-section, we have not had a single disposable diaper touch any of our baby's bums. I'm pretty proud of myself for sticking to it. Not a place to mom shame whatsoever. You have to choose what works best for your family. Now we just have the wet bag set up, you change him, and stick the dirty diaper in there. When it comes around to laundry day, I just take that bag, carry it up the stairs, and do my laundry. The great thing about wet bags is that you can use them after you're done cloth diapering as well. Things like trips to the beach or putting your swimsuits in or dirty clothes, whatever it may be. So after they're done washing, I take them all out and hang them in the sun on the clothesline to dry. With both Luna and Lux, I had really great intentions to always hang dry my cloth diapers, but it didn't always work out with the busy life that we had back in Canada. It would end up in the dryer for convenience and speed. But while we're living here in Mexico, I don't have that option, and I do hang dry all of them. There was a point in time where I always had my cloth diapers stuffed and ready to use. I am now a mother of 3, and honestly, I do not have time for that. Once the cloth diapers are dry, I take them all down, I stack all the shells in one pile, all the liners in the other, and as I need them, I stuff them. The other question I always get is, isn't it so much work? Short answer, no, not at all. It is an extra load of laundry every 2 or 3 days. If I'm on the ball, I'll do diaper laundry every day so that it just keeps the load smaller. Things are a little busy. If we were out adventuring, then every 2 or 3 days, 4 days if I have enough diapers, is really not a big deal. I'm going to head back up to the rooftop, check on our diapers, and then hopefully hang them in a little bit of sun time before the hurricane comes and rains all over my fresh diapers. Okay, I kind of forgot the diapers in the wash for a couple hours, but we're gonna go ahead and now. Alrighty, so while all the diapers are on the line drying, I'm just gonna show you guys quickly what the diaper itself looks like. I talked about the different, or a couple of the different options for cloth diapering. We use the pocket style diapers. So it has a shell. This is a water absorbent or a waterproof, leak-proof shell. The newborn size with the Kawaii brand has Velcro. It also has snaps for 3 different size options. As baby grows, you can adjust the size. The gas truck is roaming the streets here. Or something, they're selling something, I don't know. What you put in the inside, now this one is wet right now because I just took it out of the wash. You just take one of these liners and shove it in here. Make sure it's all nice and smooth. They have like a little back lip that you can tuck the back into. It's a little lumpy right now because it's still wet, but anyway. So then the diaper, you know, it's like that. And it is ready for baby to use. One more thing that I really like about hang drying our diapers is that sometimes baby poop stains things, especially newborn poop I've noticed. The sun is wonderful for bleach staining. I don't know if you can see it that well. Show it this way. So there's a bit of a stain on this liner, but I'm going to hang it in the sun and it will come out like nothing. It's actually quite amazing. Notice that as soon as we left our apartment in Guadalajara and left a laundry room that was quite enclosed and didn't have much sun exposure, and moved to Puerto Vallarta where the diapers were always hanging in the sun on the line, that they are like super white. And then I also wanted to touch base on what we use for cloth wipes. My wonderful mother-in-law made every single one of our cloth wipes from Luna, Lux, and Rio. She started off this really adorable ducky pattern. I think we still have like probably 5 or so wipes from that round of wipes. They don't last as long as the diapers do. They do get quite worn. That being said, we use these for everything. This is like a cotton blend, cotton flannelly, I don't know, I'm not really good at fabric. So she just cut them into squares and then she went and sewed around the edges, or else the fabric frays and then they get really knotty and they get really raggedy. And then all I do is when I take them out of the washer, I just flatten them into a pile and they dry so quickly. Sometimes I'll separate them to air them out a little bit and then just take a bunch at a time, fold them up, rinse them under water, wring them out, and then stick them in our silicone wipes bag. We do have a little wipes carrier made of orange silicone I got from the dollar store literally 5 years ago. It has been the best option that we've had for our cloth wipes. We did have a plastic one and we did have another little baggie of some sort, but I noticed that they got moldy and musky really fast because of the wet wipes. If you are keeping like a lot of wipes, then just make sure they're dry before you stick them in storage or else you'll have to start all over. Anyway, this dude is about to wake up. I think he would like a chi-chi. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If it was helpful at all, give it a thumbs up as well. Because honestly, if I could just help even one mama out there interested in cloth diapering or making the switch, then I think my job is done. If you aren't already, you can subscribe to my channel, turn on alerts so you don't miss any upcoming Mama Om videos. We'll talk to you guys next week.